It's Dan here with beautiful Julia from California, and we're here with Ukraine Talk. We're going to be talking to Julia a little bit about a couple of concerns that a lot of men have regarding dating women from Ukraine or Russia. I think one of the greatest fears men seem to have is that this fine young lady with all these morals and high values will come here and her culture will completely alter. She'll go to the mall a few times, she'll have a few friends from this country, and they'll convince her that the American way is best and the American culture is the most effective way that she should maintain her relationships, and she will completely change. So what I want to point out is that Julia here is from America. She's from parents that immigrated here from Ukraine, and I want you to get an understanding of what her thinking is. Okay? So, Julia, tell me, your parents are from Ukraine, is that correct?
That's correct. Petrovsky.
What's that?
Petrovsky.
Oh, right in the middle, beautiful city, right in the middle on a river, in the middle of Ukraine. So, you grew up with these values and culture of Ukraine, I'm assuming, right? Is that what they taught in your house? Is that right? Speak up, please, Julia.
Yes.
Yeah, speak up, or we'll have to fire you. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How much are you paying me?
Oh no, this is small fortune here, right? So what are those values? I mean, let me point out to the guys here that you're a little bit out of luck when it comes to Julia, because unfortunately someone has already taken her. She's about to be married, and she's marrying a great guy, of course, which is what she deserves. And let's talk about it. What did they teach you? Your marriage coming up. You're thinking about your life together with your new husband. What's that going to be like? How do you want it to be? How do you see it?
So from my point of view, I've always wanted to come home, be more of a stay-at-home mom. I always wanted to, make sure the house is always spotless. Always wanted to make sure there's, breakfast is served. Before my husband wakes up, I want breakfast. Make sure he has breakfast. Make sure I pack a lunch for him. And also when he comes home, I want to have the dinner ready for him. And that, for me, I feel like that's what makes a home a home. I don't believe in womanism. I don't believe in womanism, because I believe that's what separates the families, and in our culture we don't believe in womanism much. We can go work, which I do. I work full time right now, and I will be working, but I also want to provide for my husband no matter what. I still want to put that food on the table. I will work my butt off, because I know that's what a marriage stands for, and that's how it lasts, and that's how it holds together.
It's funny, guys. I want to point out that I see this theme repeated over and over again, and I think what I'm really trying to point out today by interviewing Julia, who was raised in America, again, I want to drive home the theme with you that it's a cultural difference between the thinking of a typical American woman, which I am certainly not here to judge, but if what you're looking for is more traditional marriage with a wife that has these kinds of thoughts and these ideas, she wants to contribute, but she wants to make the house warm and beautiful. If this is what you're thinking, then I want to point out to you that no immersion in culture will alter this in a woman who's had this handed down to her from generation to generation. I mean, I'm assuming, Julia, that your mother has given you guidance and given you an example in this. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, my mom still does that from every day. Even if I am not home, but she made dinner for the family, she'll make sure, hey everybody, we're gonna save some food for Julie. She's coming home. I don't want her coming home and being hungry. Or hey, I know Dad's coming, let's whip up a dinner real quick, because I don't want him coming home grumpy and there's no food on the table. We worked a whole day. So
let's talk about a couple crazy other ideas that Americans have regarding foreign women, particularly Russian and Ukraine. And I think part of the problem with American men is I think all men are somewhat intimidated by beauty. Now, you're a beautiful woman, and I think when a man meets a beautiful woman, or he meets her online, he feels that it maybe in some ways it can't be true, right? So I think a lot of men in this country feel that they're going to meet a beautiful woman in Ukraine, and Wait, we'll let them sing happy birthday. And I'm gonna go get some sugar. I'll be right back. We'll edit it. Yeah. So, yeah. So when you tear that bread apart, we're still recording. So let me ask you. Because it's great to get your insight, because you're here in America, you're in California. This is certainly a affluent area, right? And a lot of guys think that they're going to find somebody, they're going to marry her, she's going to come over here only for a green card, right? What do you think about that?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Where's she gonna go?
All right. I mean, she's leaving her family, her culture, everything, right?
I doubt that she. Okay. Worst case scenario, she'll run away. What are you doing to her? Now she's running away.
Right.
But no, you can actually even tell if the woman is gonna do that by just speaking to her. Thank you.
Of course.
We have to keep feeding Julia. It's the only way we can get an interview out of her, right?
But yeah, no, that's not how it is. You can tell what's her. Okay, you can tell what her mentality is by just speaking to her. If she's being fishy, listen to your instincts.
Right.
How is that?
So, what about the contention that Slavic women are looking to come over here and they'll have a relationship with the man that's bringing them over, and then one day he can't make it to the gym with her or to the mall, and some guy will come along with a Ferrari and a nice Rolex and a big wad of money, and off she goes. She'll be long gone. She'll leave a little note on the door saying, "See you later, buddy. I found something better." I mean, is this the Ukraine thinking, the culture? No.
It's okay. Even before that, a heart beats all. No money in the world will make you happy. It's not. That's not love. So there would be never. Okay, if that were to ever happen, there would never be there wouldn't even be love. So if she loves you, that will never happen. In her moving and leaving her life and everything on the line and coming here, she's not gonna have that.
So you're saying that Ukraine, when they find somebody, this is a strong bond for them. Beyond, is that why you think that the divorce rate is so much lower in Ukraine than it is here?
Probably because our culture is different. We don't have as big of as here. Womanism is the biggest thing. Like, women will only, you see, for instance, people will just vote for Hillary just because they want more rights for themselves. That's what breaks up a marriage, because the woman's supposed to submit to the man. The man is the head of the household. But I know you were speaking before. They were singing about, you see a beautiful woman online, you'd be like, oh, I'll never be able to get her. And honestly, that happens even in America. It's not just online. A man will see you, he'll be intimidated, and what if I get rejected?
Right.
But honestly, a woman, I have a lot of pretty friends. We ask, why do guys not come up to us?
Right.
And I was like, that's a good question. But if you have that confidence, women love confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence is a big deal. You don't even need to have a single, you don't need to be good looking whatsoever. And she will fall in love with your confidence and the way you treat her and the way you know yourself and how you value yourself. So I think that's a big deal.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, because clearly you guys have seen me on video. You can see that I'm certainly falling into the category of not handsome, and I have to agree.
Yeah.
I think one of my directives, one of my key points that I make in video, which you guys can find in my other videos, is confidence. I think it's the number one.
Big deal.
Yeah, I think humor and confidence are the two most cited items, right?
Kindness, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's great to be able to have a word here with Julia and get an idea of what that Ukraine mind is thinking. Then let me ask you this, Julia: why do I attend a church here in the U.S. And every time church lets out, if I stand outside, and it's a huge church, so there's a couple thousand people, maybe 3,000 coming out of this church at a time. Why is it I can always pick out the Ukraine or Russian women? Why do they stand out as being the most beautiful, not just beautiful, but the most cared for? They care for their hair, their nails, their makeup is nice, they're always wearing nice clothes, and it seems like they always see to it that whoever they're with, the man they're with is in this condition also. Why is that? Is that part of your culture?
Yeah, culture and tradition.
Uh-huh.
My parents came down here, and they, dress up real nice. You go to the grocery store, in heels. You work on a crane. My mom was operating a crane and walking hundreds of flight stairs with heels.
Your mom was?
My mom was, yes. So this is
Great.
how it is. You wear heels, you dress up to anything that you do. It's completely normal. So them coming here, and at the time they couldn't afford, we just came here, so they had nothing.
Right, my
They
parents
had to-
same.
Yeah, they had to apply for things and also, go to DMV and everything. They're dressing up real nice. Others come in sweatpants and they're just looking like, what is going on? Like, why are people wearing something you're gonna sleep in?
Right.
And so for them, this was like a culture shock.
Right.
Like, what did we just come into? So a lot of times people come here and they just want to fly back. Like, I talk to men here.
Right.
They're like, this is so weird. We did not expect California to be like that. But, it's just part of our culture and tradition.
Well, that's a really wonderful part of it, I think. And so your mom has been here for many, many years. Does she wear sweats out now?
No, she's never wears sweats.
Not going to happen,
I don't
right?
even think she owns a pair. She's
Right.
in her dress every single day.
Right. Well, I think it's a wonderful thing, and I can recognize it. And I think once you guys start to actually get to know Ukrainians or Slavic women, you're going to start to be able to point them out in a restaurant or any public area. You'll be able to see them. Now I can spot them as if I have radar. It's just automatic because they are so well. It's not just a matter of being beautiful. There's many beautiful women there, of course, and in fact, there's far more women in general in these countries than there are men. So if men start to wonder where do all these beautiful women come from, well, for whatever reason, and we could talk about 100 theories, for whatever reason, there's just a lot more women there. So the bottom line is, and I really thank you for going this. I know Julia is eyeing this food, and if she's going to take a bite out of my hand if I don't let her eat. So I want to say thank you very much, and guys, I want you to look at this, look at it a couple times if you need to. We're going to hopefully talk to Julia again, maybe with some friends of hers, and really get into these issues again. And I'm going to let Julia eat now. Julia, thank you so much for joining us. All right, we'll talk with you soon.
Definitely.
It's Ukraine Talk. I'm signing off. We're going to eat some food now. And why don't you guys go out, get on the website, and find your own Julia before some other guy grabs her, like somebody grabbed this one. Okay? All right, guys, get smart.
Oh,